Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend over Marvel rivals? Hello everyone, my name is Dakota and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, we talk about everything superhero related, and as you can tell, I am joined by a very special guest, my dog Bruce. But he wants to go now, so I will let him go. But today I have a very exciting video for you guys. We're going to be reacting to Am I the A-hole stories on Reddit, but Marvel edition. But before we get started, be sure to check out my Etsy. The link is in the description down below, where I make really cool necklaces that you do not want to miss out on. And because my YouTube audience is so special, you can use code DAKYouTube, that's D-A-K YouTube, for 10% off your first order. And while you're in the description box, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And my other dog now is joining me in here. This is Miles. Can you tell I named all my dogs after superheroes? What was I saying? Oh, follow me on Instagram where you can see more pictures of my cute dogs and keep up with me. And with that out the way, let's get into the video. You ready? Ready to get into the video? I think you want to get into the video. Okay, so I've got my computer ready to go right here. This is also my first time seeing these stories, so it's also kind of a blind reaction. So let's just start off with the first one. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister to not wear Marvel-related clothing? And this person got voted a-hole, so let's see. I've been a fan of all things Marvel since I was a kid for as long as I can remember. My sister has only watched the newer and more popular movies like Endgame. Wait, when was this made? Okay, this was posted 5 years ago, so yeah, pretty new. Let's see. She also claims to love Captain Marvel because she's a woman, and even falsely said, I can't believe there's only one woman in Marvel. Hello? She should at least know Black Widow as well. Okay. Sorry, my dog is in my room. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but she has some t-shirts, Captain America, Spider-Man, and some others. She's always wearing them. It's so annoying because she knows she's a fake fan. Okay. She was wearing a Captain America shirt while a few of my friends were over. One of my friends started a conversation about Captain America, but used the name Steve Rogers. Okay, so we could tell this is old. Can you guys tell that I'm a Sam Wilson fan? Hold on. Little show for the shirt. Anyways, she was so confused until they explained. It was so embarrassing having to hear her tell my friends that she doesn't really keep up / know about Marvel characters like that. Okay. That was the final straw. In front of everyone, I yelled at her to stop wearing those shirts. She got defensive, saying, it's just a shirt, I can wear what I want. One of my friends was even siding with her, which made me even more mad. Ooh, okay. My mom heard the commotion and came, and my sister explained what happened. My mom got upset with me too. Mom's on sister's side as well. Oh, well, I've had it. I'm tired of there being fake fans. I can never trust when someone is wearing Marvel clothes. I cannot confidently strike up a conversation, and when there's so many fake fans out there. Everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon, and I do not want my own sister to be like these sheep. If she wants to wear the shirts, she should be appreciative of the movies and history of Marvel. My family is mad with me and telling me to apologize to my sister, but I told them I won't apologize unless my sister donates her Marvel clothes to an actual fan. So am I the a-hole? What? Oh my god. Okay, I agree with the people of Reddit for once. Definitely the a-hole. What? The last part actually got me. Wait, I need to read that again. I won't apologize unless my sister donates her Marvel clothes to an actual fan. That is so insane. Okay, the fact that she didn't know that Steve Rogers was Captain America's name. Okay, you're wearing a Captain America shirt, but you don't know his name. It's a little weird, I guess, but I don't know. This is just such a non-issue, and to yell at your sister in front of your friends to the point where your mom's coming out and being like, yo, what's going on? That's actually insane, and you should be embarrassed for that. It's not that big of a deal if she wears Marvel shirts and is not like a huge Marvel fan. If you like the shirt, buy it, wear it. It's your money. you can wear whatever you want. So yeah, definitely the a-hole in this scenario. I think the biggest thing that I find to be wrong in this situation is yelling at your sister like that in front of your friends, like trying to embarrass her. Like that's not cool. So definitely the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend over Marvel Rivals? This was posted 3 months ago. There's no rating on it, so I guess we'll just have to read it and see what some of the comments are saying and see if we agree. I, 25 female, have broken up with my boyfriend, 28 male, over an incident that occurred when we were playing the video game Marvel Rivals. First off, please spare any comments about us being old and it being sad to play video games or whatever. I'm autistic and video games are my special interest. Hold on, wait. What is the age limit for video games? Why? They're not even that old. 25 and 28 playing video games? I don't... Okay. I guess my time playing video games is not that much longer. I don't know. Okay, anyways, we were in a match where you can ban characters. It's a vote system, and I voted to ban a character I do not like to play with or against. Okay, I don't play Marvel Rivals. I really want to. I don't have a PS5, so I don't know like a lot of the stuff that goes into the game. So I have no idea what that is. So anyways, I'm not going to say which hero so that this judgment can be about my actions and not the hero. Okay, that's fair. I mean, but now I'm very curious now that she said that. It has to be someone who everyone loves. Like, now I need to know. I hope she said it in the comments because I really want to know. Okay, anyways. Someone on my team indicated that they wanted to play the character and wrote no in the chat. So I voted again to ban the character because I strongly believe that for overall match quality, it's best not to have this character and figured most people will play other heroes at high ranks. Okay. So you tried to get rid of somebody's main, so it's definitely got to be like Scarlet Witch or Moon Knight, I'm feeling. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure out what character it is. Anyways, well, this guy threw and started to be abusive to me and say sexist things like asking me if I'm on my period, etc. Oh my god. I'm just thinking about all the times I've been in voice chat on Call of Duty. It's terrible. Anyways, my boyfriend went along with them and agreed with them, telling me that I'm trolling for voting to ban a character someone wanted to play. What? Your boyfriend's agreeing? Oh, first red flag. Anyways, after the match, my boyfriend leaves my team, rage quits. When I'm trying to ask him why he would be agreeing with the strangers on our team, but he just tells me continuously that I'm a troll for what I did and I deserve it. Oh, no. Anyways, we talk about it via text where my boyfriend continues to tell me that I was selfish and that I'm not a good teammate and a bunch of things like that about why I deserved the abuse and how the whole team hated me because I deserved that abuse. First of all, siding with a bunch of strangers on the internet over a game against your girlfriend is literally insane, but let's continue. Which I believe is mostly objectively not true because I play support often because no one else will, and I try really hard to do what I think is best for the team and to get my skills up on various characters so that I can be what the team needs, which he actually knows. So I do know a little bit about Marvel Rivals. I know there's different ranks. I know there's like, I don't know, like the healer and the support, I guess. I don't know if that's the same thing, but generally not the part that most people want to play. So good on her for taking that spot, I guess. I don't know. So I broke up with him. Oh, okay. He let me be abused and stood by and watched and then did nothing but agree about how wrong what I done is and I deserve it. Okay, that sentence was worded very weird, but okay, I'm gonna save my comments to the end. The way my brain sees it, I voted for what I think is logical and best for myself and for match quality for everyone. Someone said no, and surely I can recognize that might be upsetting for them, but I went with my own beliefs. Not to upset them, but because it's my belief and I also don't know that random stranger. Okay, I need to see how this voting system works because how is it... First of all, how many people are on a team on Marvel Rivals? Let me see. Okay, there's 6 players. It's 6v6. And you can ban certain characters, so there has to be more than one person that votes against the ban. So there had to be someone else on the team who voted to ban the same character as her. It couldn't have been only her who banned them, right? Okay, anyways. I didn't force the system to pick my vote. It randomly selected it. Oh, okay. Their choice to throw or to be one trick. Wait, what? Their choice to throw or be a one trick and be abusive to me and everyone deciding to hold me responsible for that, including my boyfriend, is childish. I can't be responsible for someone else's actions because what I do when someone bans my character is just pick a different one. Okay, fair. I don't think to myself that's fair game to abuse a person on a personal level and throw the match. I have lost respect for my boyfriend and I don't see how the relationship could continue between us when, like I said, I'm autistic and that's my special interest, and there seems to be a fundamental lack of understanding about that or the way that I see things. But I genuinely don't know if I did something wrong, did something bad that is deserving of the abuse. Okay, there's multiple layers to this story. Obviously, you don't deserve to be verbally abused on Marvel Rivals for getting rid of someone's favorite character. I mean, I'm trying to play devil's advocate and trying to, like, think of what I would say or do if I was in that position. Like, if I'm maining, I don't know, Punisher and you chose to ban him, sure, I would be mad, but how long is a Marvel Rivals match? Like 10 minutes? Just pick a different character. Go back to your main, like, the next round. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Oh. Okay, I was entirely wrong. See, I don't play the game, so I didn't know. But one Marvel Rivals match typically lasts between 40 and 60 minutes. I did not know that they were that long. Unless you're doing, like, a quick match. I don't know which match she was playing, whether she was doing a quick one or, like, the long one. But either way, if she banned a character that you really wanted, I mean, you could either just play as someone else. There's a lot of characters on Marvel Rivals, or just leave the match. Like, it's not that deep. And the fact that her boyfriend was agreeing with these strangers on the internet, like, trashing your girlfriend, that's insane. I think there might have been a lot of, like, smaller things that happened in the relationship that led up to this breaking point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, I definitely think that you're not the a-hole for breaking up with your boyfriend over Marvel Rivals and getting rid of a character that is obviously, like, overpowered. Like, you're in the game to have fun. Like, it's just a logical thing to do. I'm very, very curious of who the character is. I don't see anywhere where she said it. It's gotta be a super popular character. Oh my gosh, I wish she would have said it. But yeah, all in all, not the a-hole, and it's probably better that your boyfriend is, like, not your boyfriend anymore. The thing that I'm curious about, though, is how long they were dating. Like, is this, like, a fresh new relationship? Have you been with him for some time? It sounds like it's a fresh relationship because the breakup was pretty quick, and, you know, she doesn't sound like she's that, you know, distraught over it. So I think it was maybe like a new, fresh relationship, and you realize this dude is, like, not someone I want to be around. So good on you for taking that step and doing what you had to do, and your boyfriend is the a-hole in this situation, and I'm glad that you broke up with him. Okay, so I think this might be our last one for today, and the title is, Am I the a-hole for not watching Deadpool 3 with my boyfriend? And this person was voted the a-hole. So there's an edit at the top of this, but I'm going to save that until the end, so let's jump into the story. So this person says, I can't believe this is even a problem, but my boyfriend randomly brought up going to see Deadpool 3 this week since it's out of theaters after Wednesday. He's never seen 1 and 2, but I have. I basically said, sure, we'd have to watch 1 and 2 this week, which he said he doesn't want to. I have no desire to sit in a movie theater with someone who has no idea of what's going on, so I said I don't want to go, which he's annoyed about now. Okay, so we've got another kind of similar story to the first one where a lot of people get caught up on how, like, big of a fan you are compared to someone else, which is just something I don't understand, but let's continue the story. He said that he heard it's a good movie and doesn't care that he doesn't know what's going on. I don't want to have to answer questions if anything comes up in the movie that relates to 1 or 2. I can't even talk about it since he has no idea what's going on at all. Which, I'm curious if this is, like, the first, because it sounds like the movie's been out for a pretty long time. This was 9 months ago. He said, or the person said that It's out of theaters after Wednesday, so it sounds like it's been in theaters for a while, and I'm wondering if they're going back for a rewatch or if they're going to watch it for the first time. Because if you've seen it already, you know that you kind of don't need that much knowledge from Deadpool 1 and 2 to go see 3. That doesn't seem like a fun time, and I don't feel like going to a movie theater when I could just watch it alone in bed. I'd basically be watching it alone anyway. I don't agree with that, but we'll go back to that. Oh, this post is archived. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Where was I? It's the same thing if somebody wanted to read book 3 of a series without 1 and 2. That makes no sense to me if you have no idea what led up to that. I told him to go himself then. I don't want to waste a trip to the movie theater for this. He thinks I'm an a-hole, and it's not normal to think this way, and I just don't even know why it's an issue to begin with. I feel like it's probably pretty common, so I figured I'd see how Reddit felt. Edit. I feel like I need to clarify the fact that he wants to go because his friends keep telling him about it, not for me. I've been asking him to watch Marvel movies with me for years, specifically ones that are already out, so he can catch up, and he never does. It's quite literally only because his friends keep mentioning it. Okay, let's dissect this. First of all, I go to see Marvel movies with people who don't really watch Marvel movies all the time, and I think it's pretty fun. Like, as a Marvel fan, I'm gonna want to talk about something, so I get that fact of, like, you know, you can't really connect with him on the movie because he doesn't really know that much about Marvel. But honestly, sometimes that's the fun part, getting to talk about movies beforehand and then talk about why certain things in movie 3 is so important because this and this happened in 1 and 2. So I don't really get that. Going to the movie theaters is an experience within itself. I think sharing that with someone is meaningful. So I don't think it'll be like, oh, I'm going alone even though you're right next to me because you haven't seen 1 and 2. I don't really agree with that statement. Like I said, I've gone to the movie theater plenty of times with people who are not Marvel fans, and I enjoy it. I get to talk about it. I get to fill them in. Obviously, I'm not answering questions during the movie, but you know, I like talking about Marvel because I am a Marvel fan. So I don't think you're going to be going to the movies alone because he hasn't seen 1 and 2. Deadpool in itself is just like, Deadpool's a lovable character, and it's not like a Marvel heavy movie, if that makes sense. This is the first movie where Deadpool is in the MCU. So if anything, this is the best place for him to start. I agree with the rating. I definitely think that you're the a-hole in this story. He wants to go to movie theaters with you. Who cares if it's from his friends or if he wants to go with you? That part really doesn't matter. As a Marvel fan, you should want that experience of feeling like you can talk about movies. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I personally like that. Like, my dogs are barking so loud. But yeah, so as a Marvel fan, you should want to have that experience to like share it with someone else. And maybe once he sees 3, then he'll want to go back and watch 1 and 2. So I don't know. But there's another edit, so let's see. Based on the comments, it doesn't really seem like 1 and 2 are necessary, so I'll just go and see it with him. Which, that is what I was saying earlier. 1 and 2 are not really necessary for Deadpool, but the fact that you had to come to Reddit to agree to go see Deadpool 3 with them is insane to me. But oh man, okay. Anyways, she said, also, love the gatekeeping comments. I haven't seen this movie yet, and I was waiting for him to catch up. Anyway, with 1 and 2, obviously isn't needed. I've been trying to get him into Marvel for years. Okay, so she hasn't seen it yet, which is something that I was asking earlier. Okay, so there's a third edit to this story, so let's see what she says. She says, I feel like I need to add some clarification for the people saying I should just go and answer his questions. He has. I had to pause episode 1 of Loki last week to explain the blue cube to him, which is in plenty of movies he's seen in the first 2 minutes of the show. And then I had to hear him complain because he hasn't seen Infinity War or Endgame, but they're kind of referenced in this too. He was like, see, this is why I didn't want to watch this. I haven't seen that part, even though I've tried to watch them many times and they've been out for years. I know how he is. I don't not like him, but I'd rather not stop every time something is spoiled or he has a question since I'd be watching it for the first time too. So I'm kind of having a little bit of a different perspective now that I know that it's her first time watching it too, and that can be a little annoying. But at the same time, you're not going to be answering questions in the movie theater unless that's the type of person that he is. I don't know. When someone has questions in the movie theater, I'm just like, I'll tell you after. Let's see some other comments. I think most people are kind of going to say the same thing that I'm saying. Someone said, yes, very much, isn't hard to follow. Plenty of references to the Fox Marvel movies. None of them particularly necessary for the plot. It is odd, though, that he wants to watch this new Deadpool movie because he's heard it's good, but he refuses to watch the first two, despite also hearing those are good. Maybe 2 other movies is just too much of a commitment, but the logic is weird. That's another thing, though. Like, this whole thing would not even be an issue if you would just watch Deadpool 1 and 2. Like, it sounds like you have enough time. I mean, 2 movies, I don't know. I'm a movie lover, so, like, 2 movies to me is, like, nothing. But I guess to, like, I don't know, an average movie enjoyer, watching 2 movies sounds like a lot. And like this person said, too much of a commitment. But, I don't know. Definitely like the first story, trying to like gatekeep of who's like a real Marvel fan or not, that it doesn't matter. Go to the movie theaters, enjoy the experience. There's nothing like watching a movie in the theater. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about this. Definitely the a-hole. Okay, because I'm having so much fun with this, we're gonna do one more story, and a lot of these are voted the a-hole. This is another archived post. So am I the a-hole for expressing a comics opinion? Did you ever talk with friends about what albums or books or movies you liked or didn't like? I never felt under attack if people had different tastes than me. It was fun to talk about how and why or what we were into. Okay, this is starting off pretty weird. And you have to think about a lot of these Reddit stories. A lot of them are biased because why are you starting out like this? I can tell you're trying to get me on your side with this. But anyways, let's continue. What we called an interesting discussion in my long-lost youth, apparently it is now rude to engage in a discussion of which artist one prefers. This would be likened to it. What is this? Why are we talking like this? I can't do this. Why is he talking like this? I need to know, why don't they put their ages in the beginning? Like, most Reddit stories start off with, hi, I'm 25 female, da 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 da. But anyways, this post is also 3 years old. Anyways, let's skip down a little bit. One of my college friends, we are both 50. Ah! Wow, okay, yeah, I can tell. Sorry. Anyways, one of my college friends, we're both 50, posted a picture of their teenager posing in front of a bookshelf with their comic book collection. No way. No way this dude is not about to say what I think he's gonna say. I made a comment. It needed some good indie books too. My friend seemed kind of annoyed by my comment. I guess I could just like imagine him at home just like scrolling on Instagram or I don't know, Facebook, whatever this was on, and just seeing it and being like, what's in the background? New Marvel comics? Get that out of here. Anyways, I guess she just wasn't in a good mood for discussion on social media. Yeah, that is also kind of weird. Like, you're commenting on your college friend's posts of their kid. Like, dude, come on. Anyways, then some of her other friends came to the Facebook post and made sexist and ageist comments to me, saying it was a typical Gen X guy for me to hate on other people. Gotta keep it PG. Other people's likes and other stuff like that. I told them to relax and take a chill pill. I'm not trying to be like any type of way, but I can definitely tell his age of how he like talks. And the way he started out the story is definitely trying to like get everybody on his side, and he knows he's in the wrong. Or maybe he doesn't know, and that's the problem. I told him to take a chill pill because I was just sharing my opinion and trying to start a conversation with my friend. It was just unnecessary. Like, you're commenting on your friend's Facebook posts of their kid. I told the parent there was some cool stuff they're missing, and my intent was I wanted to start talking about recommendations and offer to send some stuff. Why is he cursing so much, dude? Oh my god. These parasites made up that I insulted a kid. I made a comment on what would improve a collection, hoping to have a nice chat with my friend, and then the mob attacked. Okay, I hate how he's talking. I can't get over it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Chris Evans. Ooh, if you got that reference, you're a real one. Anyways, oh, I'm so lost in these Reddit stories. Okay. I made a comment to my adult friend hoping to engage in a discussion about comics. No mention of a kid. But didn't you comment on the post of her kid? I was going to recommend some books I had a full box I wanted to send. I wanted to encourage a young collector to experience some indie books. It took me a while when I was young to discover indie books, and I was happy when I did. He's losing me where he's saying no mention of a kid. Let me go back up to the where he said what he said. And my thing is, that's another thing, like I was saying earlier, that these stories are like biased because he's not saying exactly what he commented. He says earlier, I made a comment, it needed some indie books too. And then he says something else later down the line. Like, bro, just say, you know you're not putting what you said because you know you're wrong and nobody's going to agree with you. But anyways, let's continue with this story, I guess. Now I'm an evil mansplaining bro for having an opinion on comic books. I enjoy talking with people about what books, movies, genres, comics, music, he forgot and music I like and what I don't. These have been some of the best and most engaging discussions, no entire relationships of my life. What? Okay. And here the sharks are circling because I'm a bad person for suggesting indie comics are better than mainstream DC/Marvel. Okay, what is he saying? When he says indie comics, I'm like assuming that he's meaning like older issues of Marvel comics, but then he's like saying mainstream DC Marvel. Okay, I see now. I was not understanding what he meant by indie comics. I thought he just meant like older issues and like, because I know like right here I have a lot of like newer Marvel comics, but I also have like the single issues and some of the older releases. So I thought that's kind of what he was getting at. But indie comics are actually comics that are produced and published independently, and not from like DC and Marvel. So now I kind of see what he's talking about, but that still doesn't mean that he's right at all. Let's continue reading. Hey, disagree with me, but honestly, if you have an issue with someone, he's so mad. That's what's so hilarious. Okay. Like, I'm just imagining him like typing this up on his phone and like the text is huge. Okay, wait, no, I'm not trying to be like, you can do whatever you want at any age. Like, we were talking about this earlier in the video. Like, somebody said, oh, what, that girl was like 25 and her boyfriend was 28 and thought they were too old for playing video games. You're never too old to pick up a comic book or watch a Marvel movie, whatever. But I'm not making fun of him. I'm just laughing because he's very in the wrong and I can tell what type of person he is. You guys come to read some Reddit stories? This guy's insane. Let's finish this. This guy is a cursor, let me tell you. If you have an issue with someone having an opinion about comics, then you are the problem. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for just trying to share my opinions about comics? The fact he ended off with that, and I could just tell, like, he thought to himself, like, oh yeah, Reddit's gonna agree with me. Like, this girl on Facebook, she doesn't know what she's talking about. This is actually insane. And I hope that his college friend found this Reddit post because that would be even funnier. So he put edit at the bottom because people keep asking me exactly what I said. I deleted the Facebook thread after everyone started yelling at me, so I don't have the exact quote. But I literally just looked at a bookshelf of comics and said something like, too much Marvel, no independence, don't float the mainstream. This is what I was saying earlier. I wanted to see exactly what he was saying because I knew that it was not something appropriate. Too much Marvel, no independence, don't float the mainstream. Who says that? Like, for one, it would be different if your friend from college posted that. Yeah, it'd still be kind of like weird, like, dude, why are you commenting this? You just want to argue. I'm just posting on Facebook. But the fact that it's her daughter posting, or no, she's posting her daughter, and you're saying that, you're a grown man. Her daughter is younger. Her daughter's like, I don't know. Does it say how old the daughter is? A teenager. Her daughter's a teenager. She's posting her daughter on Facebook. Oh, look at my daughter. She's in front of all these books. Like, she loves Marvel, da-da-da, whatever. And you're commenting that? Like, hi, book collector here. You looked at someone's collection, offered your fully unsolicited opinion in a way that's very obviously annoying enough to have multiple people pointing out your rudeness, and then got mad about being called out about it. I like indie works too, but I have enough sense to not start an argument about it when it's someone showing off their collection, especially a young reader who might just be getting into collecting at all. And especially on a public forum where they're going to feel shamed for their choices because someone older is commenting on them, which is also very true. I don't know how old this girl is in the story. if she even is old enough to have a Facebook to be looking at the comments. But either way, if she sees a comment or not, it shouldn't have been made. His whole thing is that he's trying to, like, he says he has like this whole box of comics that he's willing to lend to her, or, start off her indie collection of comics. If that was your goal, which I don't think it was, I think it's only that. I think it's only in the story because he's trying to get us on his side. If that was your goal to, lend your comics to your friend's daughter and get her started on that collection, then you should have commented that. But no, you wanted to start this whole argument. Like, obviously, okay, I'm not saying that you shouldn't say any opinions that, are hot takes, I guess, because, I've had some hot takes of my own, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't speak up. But when it's in this situation, you're talking about someone who's way younger than you. You're on your friend's Facebook posting her daughter. Like, time and place. That's all I'm gonna say. This guy is definitely the a-hole, and I can't even believe that he would think otherwise. And I can't believe that he made the comment in the first place. That's just, yeah. Okay, so that is all the Reddit Am I the A-hole Marvel edition stories that I have for you guys today. Let me know if you guys like this. I definitely enjoyed reading all the stories today. I think at the end of my videos now, I'm going to give you guys a movie recommendation. So the movie recommendation for today is Captain America Brave New World, which will be my movie recommendation until the day I die because I love that movie so much. So go watch Captain America Brave New World. And Disney Plus, if you want to sponsor me, send me a PR package. I would greatly appreciate that. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and check out my Etsy. The links are in the description down below. And also subscribe, maybe, like, I don't know, if you like seeing me and my face and what I have to say. Okay, seriously, I have to go. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you made it to the end, and let me know if you watched Captain America Brave New World, because I love that movie and I love talking about it. Okay, bye!